with today's episode of Cell. Now, what are the learning objectives of today's lesson? Today we are going to discuss about what is nucleus. Though we all know that what is nucleus of a cell, but we need to discuss in details. We are going to discuss about protoplasm, and we are going to discuss about the difference between plant cell and animal cell. Now, first let us see what is nucleus. Now, nucleus, as we all know, that nucleus is a small spherical round shaped substance which is present almost at the center of the cell. Now, it is actually present almost at the center of the cell, and it is the most important part of the cell. We all know that. Now, it is having different parts. So, nucleus is having different parts. What are the main parts of the nucleus? The first part of the nucleus is the nuclear envelope. Please do follow my pointer. I can show you that what is a nuclear envelope and what is its function. Now, nuclear envelope, actually it is the nuclear membrane. You can see this, right? This is the nuclear envelope, or this is the nuclear membrane. So what is it doing? It is separating actually the nucleus from the cytoplasm. So nucleus is floating inside the cytoplasm, and this nuclear envelope is actually separating the nucleus from the cytoplasm, and it is a double layered structure. You can see that this is a double layered structure. It is not a single layer structure, and it contains a large number of pores. So what are these pores called? These are called the nuclear pore. This is also an important part, that is a nuclear pore. Now, what is the function of the nuclear pore? We should know that. So nuclear pores, actually they control the passage of substances from outside of the nucleus and vice versa. So this nuclear pores, you can see this pores, what is going to come out of the nucleus and what is going to enter into the nucleus is being controlled by these nuclear pores. So this is a part of this nuclear envelope. So envelope, within that we are finding small pores within it, which is actually they help us to, these nuclear pores, they help us to control the passage of things which is moving inside the nucleus or which is moving outside the nucleus. So that is vice versa. Now, nuclear envelope is actually filled with a transparent semi-fluid. So it is a semi-fluid dense thing. So what is it called? It is called the nucleoplasm or nuclear sap. So this material, which is a semi-fluid thing, which is actually transparent or semi-fluid, this is present in the inside the nucleus, which is called the nucleoplasm. Now, the nucleoplasm, it actually contains the chromatin network. So where are those chromatin networks? So let us see the chromatin networks or the chromosomes. These are the chromatin networks. So what is their function and what does this term chroma means? This term chroma we have already studied in the previous episodes, that this chroma is related to colors. So this chromatin fibers or chromatin, these are tangled fibrous mass. These are thread-like mass. You can see when a thread gets tangled, it looks like these chromatin networks, and they help us during cell division. So in 10th standard you will be studying cell division. I'm already having a video of cell division, so I am putting the link above. Please do go through the video of cell division if you want, or if you are interested in the role of seeing the role of chromosomes, how they are taking part in cell division. So go through that video where I have shown that how these chromatin network or how these chromatin fibers are involved in cell division. So what are they doing? So they actually are ribbon-like structures. These chromosomes they are composed of DNA. So they are composed actually of DNA. Okay, and that is deoxyribonucleic acid or DNA, and these molecules are they are helping in the process of cell division, and they are attached to the centromere. They consist of two similar threads and they are attached to the centromere. Now we are seeing the entangled form. During cell division, what will happen? As they are attached to the centromere, they will be pulled towards the opposite poles. So this is the process how the cell division happens. So that I have already shown in my video of cell division. Now the nuclear membrane is absent actually in all the prokaryotic cell, but in eukaryotic cell the nuclear membrane is present. Now the chromatin fibers, they occur freely, they move on freely in the cytoplasm. And this double layer nuclear membrane, these nuclear membranes, they are present always in the eukaryotic cells. As the prokaryotic, in the prokaryotic cell, the nuclear membrane is not at all present. In the eukaryotic cell only we have seen this double layer nuclear membrane. So make it very much clear that the first part we have studied about the nuclear envelope, then we have studied about nucleoplasm. The third part we have studied about the nuclear pore, which is present in between the nuclear membrane. And then we are going to study about the nucleolus. So what is the nucleolus? This nucleolus is actually this part. This is again a dense round structure. This is again attached to the chromatin fibers. You can see that this nucleolus is attached to the chromatin fibers. And the nucleolus may be one or more in number, but the nucleus in a cell will be only one. It will not exceed more than one. So this nucleus is one, but the nucleolus may be more than one. And nucleolus, maybe it may be bound to the membrane and it may not be bound to the membrane. So might be it is floating in the nucleoplasm. And it is actually rich in proteins and RNA. So DNA we have already spoken about, deoxyribonucleic acid. And RNA here, another term we are getting, that is RNA is ribonucleic acid. So that is RNA. Now let us move on to the functions of the nucleus. So here we are going to discuss about the functions of the nucleus. So what is this nucleus actually doing? It is actually maintaining the cell metabolism. So what is cell metabolism and other activities of the cell? So what they are regulating? So for that they are actually called the master or director of the cell. So they are called master or director of the cell, as they are doing the cell metabolism and other activities of the cell. Now it is also regulating and coordinating other life processes of the cell. It is containing genes which are actually the carriers of heredity, and it is having all variations which are caused by the changes in the genetic material which is present in the nucleus. Now we can also say that in the previously we have seen, now here also you can see that there are the chromatin materials or the chromosomes. So chromatin materials, these part of the nucleus, they help in processing all the genetic information which is required mainly for growth, development of the organism and its reproduction, metabolism and behavior. So this is all, this part actually it deals with the genes. So this is genes, or this is, we can say that this is the genetics part. So when you are moving on to 10th standard, you will be knowing about this in detail, that is chromosome, cell division, each and every part I have discussed in each and every video where I have discussed about cell division. I have already discussed about what are chromosomes, what are the parts of a chromosomes, how they are taking part in cell division and how they are helping us in the development of the organism, reproduction, metabolism and behavior. So I'll put the link above, and if you want to go through that link, if you want to increase your knowledge, you can go through it also. But presently at 9th standard, this part how I am teaching is actually perfect for you. So if you want to know more for your curiosity, you can go to that link and study that. Now let us move on to the next part, that is the protoplasm. Now what is a protoplasm? It is actually a living substance now containing cytoplasm and the nucleus of the living cell. So it is a living substance which is containing both the cytoplasm and the nucleus of a living cell. And the common elements which are found in protoplasm, what are they? They are carbon, nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, iron, phosphorus, and we can say that they are constituting of several fats, minerals and water are also present there. So fat, minerals and water is also present there, and all the living components of a cell, they lie in the protoplasm. So mainly all living components in the cell, they are living substances, they are containing protoplasm, and they perform several different functions for the cell. Now, lastly, we are going to discuss about the difference between the animal cell and the plant cell. So, let us move on to the next slide. So, this is the last part where we are going to discuss about the difference between animal cell and plant cell. So, in the previous episodes, if you have already gone through those episodes, you will be understanding that there we have already discussed about the structure, shape, size, vacuole, Golgi bodies. In each and every point I have discussed that why there is a difference between an animal cell and a plant cell. Now let us discuss here that what is the difference between animal cell and a plant cell. Now first we are discussing on the basis of shape and size. Now usually animal cell is always smaller in size and plant cell is larger in size. Now shape of the animal cell is actually oval, whereas the shape of the plant cell is always rectangular mostly. Okay, now the cell wall is absent. The cell wall is absent in the animal cell and the cell wall is present in the plant cell. And the cell wall is made up of cellulose. The cell wall is made up of cellulose. Now, when we are seeing the vacuoles or the third point of differentiation, vacuoles are mainly either they are absent in the animal cell or they are very small in size. And they are mainly scattered throughout the cytoplasm in the animal cell. Now, when we are coming back to the plant cell, they are very well developed in plant cell and usually there is a single central vacuole. There is a single central large vacuole. Okay. Now, these are the differences. Now, first how you are going to memorize the differences. First, you are going to learn about the features. Once the features are there in your mind, it will be very clear about you. First, you are discussing on the shape and size. Then next comes cell wall, absent in animal, present in plant. Then comes the vacuole, which are either absent or small in size and scattered in animal cell, whereas in plant cell, they are usually developed and they form the large central vacuole. Next comes the Golgi bodies. Now, Golgi bodies are very well developed in animal cells and are present near the nucleus. Okay. And in the plant cell, they are actually, the components of the Golgi bodies are very much diffused and they are called dictyosomes. This is a new term. They are called dictyosomes. Now, next point is the centrosome and the centrioles. They are present in animal cell and they are absent in plant cell. So this is actually very easy. This present and absent thing, when you are going to tell they are present in plant cell, they are present in animal cell, like that it is very easy for you to remember. So centrosome and centriole, they are present in animal cell and they are absent in plant cell. Next comes the plastids. Plastids, they are absent in animal cell but they are present in plant cell. Now we are going to discuss about the storage of reserve food. Now glycogen, that is the reserve food which is stored in the form of glycogen in the animal cell and it is stored in the form of starch in the plant cells. Now cytoplasm of animal cells is very much dense and more granular and it actually fills the entire cell. It is filling the entire cell. Whereas the plant cell, the cytoplasm is not so dense and it is only it is mainly found in the periphery region. We can say that it is found in the periphery or the outer lining. It is arranged on the periphery region. So this is all for today's episode. As I am winding up today the cell or the structural and functional unit of life, please go through all my videos so that it will be very much clear for you all to learn this lesson. Go through the diagrams, the animal cell, the plant cell. When you draw these diagrams clearly and with a labeled diagram, so then it will be very clear for you to differentiate between an animal cell and plant cell. Once you are clear with the diagram, once you are clear with the pictorial representation, then it will be clear for you to differentiate between this. Just learn the functions of each cell organelles which is present in the cytoplasm. Learn about all the functions of each and every organelles which I have taught. Please go through all the videos and don't skip my videos so that your continuity will be lost then. And don't forget to subscribe to my videos and don't forget to like and share them so that your friends who want to learn this topic, want to learn this lesson in a lucid manner, they should also get benefited from this. So coming up next video, almost next week. So thank you for today. Thanks.